So here's a quick sneak peek at what kind of insights and data you can use with the AFPC attribution model that I'm working on. So for all the users who actually transacted or completed an important goal on your website, you can trace back their behavior and their touch points as to what were the top channels or sources mediums that actually acquired them. What were the sources mediums that generated enough interest for them to come back to the website and look at your offer, move into a consideration kind of a phase? What were the ones that they used in the second to last session when they've kind of made their decision to purchase, and what were the channels that they used to actually come in and close. And what you see is that the channels that people use to get introduced to your website, which you can see is PPC, organic, and social, that channel mix is pretty different to the channel mix that you see in the pre-closer. It comes down to email, display, and direct. And in this case, for the closing, it's just the remarketing, email, and organic. And mind you, these are the same users. It's just that they have traversed through this entire path. You don't need to choose an attribution model, whether it's first click or last click. You can see this entire track of data. You can also see much more valuable data if you want to do pathing analysis in terms of, hey, I'm interested only on the set of users who transacted and who had been introduced to my website via Facebook. What were the different channels that they passed through? So this is possible. You can even look at what kind of transaction, let's say this transaction, what was the path that people that this particular user used to be able to get to this transaction. So internet is a bit slow, but here you see this is the entire path travels right from the first session, which was some kind of a referral, to a Google page search ad. What you can also get is a complete idea on the channel role as to every channel, what whether it's playing more of an acquisition role, more of a follow-on role, closing, or any of those kind of roles. So as you can see here, every channel is 100% stacked bar graph, and you can see Google PPC, which is page search, is playing a big role in acquiring and following on customers. So they are introducing people to your offering, but it's playing a smaller role in the pre-closing and closing kind of situation. Now, if you had to choose a particular attribution method, which is the last click, you would see only this green part, which is, hey, page search has only transacted so many of transactions. Whereas here you can see the whole picture of all the transactions that it has influenced and in what way it influenced them. Similarly, you can look at all of the channels. You can also see absolute influence in terms of the actual number of transactions or goals that these channels have achieved. So again, taking the example of paid search, you'll see here that it actually closed 22 transactions, but in effect, it was able to influence over 150 odd transactions here in different kinds of methods. And that's where you actually see the whole picture, which was missing in Google Analytics. And based on this data, you can then get much usable metrics in terms of influence percentage. So what percentage of your entire e-commerce business is influenced by a particular transaction? That kind of gives you an importance whether when you make budget mix decisions, you don't really just rely on data from, hey, last click or return on ad spend kind of perspective, but you look at the overall influence that a channel is having. And it also allows you to use metrics such as influence on investment. So we are used to using metrics like return on ad spend or ROI, return on investment. But here's the return influence on investment, which is for every dollar that you've spent in advertising, how many dollars of revenue has that channel influence? And that's what you get when you have AFPC attribution reports. This is just a bunch of reports that come on top of my mind, but literally this data is modular and available in all of your Google Analytics reporting. So you can use it in any way that you want. So that's it for now. I'll be back with some more information soon.